And we're going to see it versus, well, that's going to be White Rose.
Yeah, that looks like more of a mid-rangey druid with the wild growth in Kunzi's starting hand.
I like it. Especially this matchup. So we're not going to see Tempo versus Tempo. We're going to see Kunzi on his Ram Druid versus the Tempo version. And I think he has a White Rose in his starting hand. That could pay out.
Yeah, I think you could even argue about keeping Keeper, because he could probably expect something like the token thingy. So that Keeper might be actually pretty helpful. So in the end, you saw he was thinking about it, keeping it.
I would have kept the Keeper, and he got it back, so it didn't matter at all. He dropped the Keeper, and he got the Keeper back. For Hafu, we got an Echoing Ooze, Harvest Golem, and a Lothab already.
Oh. Look at that. Look at that.
But, okay, you...
Turn 1 Yeti, turn 2 Wild Growth, turn 3 Keeper.
Okay, I like that. I was considering if it's worth going for it, but now as you speak it out loud, it sounds even better.
Like, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, you could go for Coin White Rose too, but then you get no turn 3 play. So that's not something to do, we have to say. I think, yeah, Coin White Rose Yeti is what we're going to see from Kunzi here.
Like, that's the perfect line of play. Like,
but he doesn't want to do anything wrong, we have to say. So
yeah, sure.
That's like, it's to consider. You could wait another turn and just go for the Coin White Rose, as we said, and then don't have a turn 3 play. But having the Yeti out is so good, especially what does Hafu have against it? Oh, Echoing Oozes. If there would be a Raz in her hand also, okay. But Defend of Argus.
Her hand is not bad. She got also a nice curve with.
Yeah, until turn 6, she can drop every turn something. It ain't that bad. And Kunzi just has to, like, he has to play his White Rose now to get the Keeper rolling. If he goes for the Raz, that will be a misplay. And he needs to start clearing the board because Argus will be so annoying.
Let's hope Hafu doesn't draw any removal. Yeah, so.
Okay, we got a nice board of minions out versus Kunzi.
So now the question, do you silence the Harvest Golem, or do you just kill off one of the 1/2s?
I would Raz your ability, kill one of the 1/2s, and kill the Harvest Golem completely.
Yeah.
So you get only one minion against you, you're 100% sure there is no Defend of Argus value, and your Yeti is on 4/4. I mean, you can play your Keeper and do 2 damage to one of those oozes and kill the other ooze, for example. Then there's only 1 minion Keeper value. But with your Raz, it seems to be way better if you actually kill the Harvest Golem away.
I think it's a pretty hard turn, to be honest.
You can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The advantage with a Keeper is you have the Keeper out.
It looks like a pretty good play to silence the Harvest Golem and then kill it with the Yeti. But then the Argus comes. Oh, okay, he will. Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. I would have traded.
Yeah. If he does it like that, he should probably kill off the ooze.
I guess he forgot the Argus. I think he just forgot that there might be an Argus that turn.
His reaction didn't look like he forgot about it, but he just hoped that it wouldn't be there. But still, like, does Hafu want to trade both of these minions into the Yeti?
No, but he could. She could kill the Keeper away. Easy mode. If there's no swipe, it's an okay play.
And if there's swipe, she'll get super wrecked.
Well, both players might be that guy that is going for the risky plays. I think for Kunzi that was quite a misplay last turn for not trading. I mean, you did 4 more damage, but in a Druid versus Druid, what is the advantage in that 4 more damage? You want to keep board control always, all game long. And there was exactly no reason to go for this. So heavily disagree. And look at what both players have. So we're going to see Spectral Knight from Hafu, followed up by a Spectral Knight by Kunzi, followed up by Lothab, Order of the Claw, and leading into, we don't know yet, by Kunzi.
Well, maybe Kunzi actually decided for that play because he already has combo in hand.
Exactly, that's what I thought, but against the Druid, it's still super ballsy to not go for the board control. I mean, there could have been an Argus, and then there's only a 3/4 minion, and he doesn't kill anything. So your Keeper stays alive, you're fine with it, but like now you lost way more than you gained from your move with the Keeper.
Also, Kunzi can't really rely that he will still have the combo on turn 7 or 9, because he might have to use that Force of Nature for removal,
Yeah.
which actually might be the case here. Just to kill off that Spectral Knight, but yeah, he's not in that good of a shape, I think.
Well, he could trade in his Yeti into the Spectral Knight if he wants to, drop his Harvest Golem, and kill the Harvest Remains, for example. I mean, he can also go for the face because he has the combo, but you always need to keep in mind turn 8 Lothap. You lose a turn, and then your enemy kills you his turn 9 if you don't have your own Lothap. That's what you need to keep in mind and need to look out for.
Yep. So Hafu will probably just taunt up her Druid of the Claw here and kill the Yeti, I think.
But are you sure against the version Kunzi is running, it could be the version with a Black Knight?
Yeah, but
I would charge it up to be, if you want to be 100% safe, you would charge it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wipe.
Yeah,
It's way better than using the Force of Nature.
That's what you needed.
You can swipe, trade, kill. And you drop down to 21 HP. That's the only downside.
And he drops down to 17.
Yeah, exactly. And next turn you have the Spectral Knight yourself. Oh, did he almost swipe his own minion there?
That's not possible.
Okay, correct. That's not possible, actually. So I'm happy. Stuff like that happens, especially with keepers sometimes. You just click too fast, keeper your own minion. It shouldn't happen. But, I mean, sometimes you also kill command for 3 damage.
Oh, Innovate is pretty nice.
I'm a bit surprised he went for the draw, I have to say. He has a good hand and another Ancient of Lore. He could have also healed himself, just to be super safe.
It's a she.
Oh, I'm always saying he to Hafu. It's a great problem for me. I'm always confused. I'm only casting man playing, and I'm not used to casting women.
Yeah, but I would prefer drawing now, because
you can heal next
if
turn
she gets
also.
lower, she can just heal then. And yeah, it's not looking too bright and sunny here.
Okay, now kinda you're just gonna charge.
Yeah, and then there's the Lothap.
Exactly what we were talking about.
But the thing is, Lothap will protect you for 1 turn. But
I'm thinking about the Spectral Knight, to be honest, because the Spectral Knight cannot get killed by the tree. It cannot get killed by spells. He would need a swipe to your face. And then next turn, worst case scenario, he has a heal. You can still charge in with your minion. And you can go like still Spectral Knight and the charged minion.
yeah, I don't know. Hafu is pretty safe here, to be honest. Just the lore and the Lothap, which will both grant her minimal 1 turn.
Yeah, and the problem is now we get the Lothap, and there is the Ancient of Lore out. If you play your Spectral Knight now, you're in kind of trouble. Okay, that was great. Actually, the Sunfear Protector, because you can kill his Ancient of Lore, and you don't have to fear getting killed by Force of Nature Roar. That was so lucky. But if you played the Spectral Knight first, you couldn't have killed your Spectral Knight with what he played, and you could have still charged and then taunt both up, and you would have been way better.
Yeah, he could have, but he could have. She could have just hero powered instead of playing the Creeper. And it.
But then taken more damage.
Yeah, I guess.
It takes 4 damage, and you can still charge in for 4.
Yeah.
So in the end, you only gain from that move and not lose anything.
So. Wow. I think.
And you have to trade kind of.
Oh, wait a second.
Could that be GG actually? Because
Yeah, that's game.
if she not uses the Force of Nature,
no, she doesn't heal and
then she
can't
doesn't
taunt. This is game.
you heal yourself up.
You heal, but
trade.
if you
Yeah,
heal, you
lose.
can't kill the Sun Fury.
Correct. Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
this game.
The Sunfear Protector was just a perfect draw, saving himself in the end
Wow,
from
sick.
Force of Nature Roar. And then he just wins because there's enough damage on the board.
Yeah, that's wow.
So Hafu heals, can go up to 17, but there's 18 damage with Force of Nature Roar. I didn't see that coming. I have to admit,
Wow.
after the Sunfury Protector play, I was only...
Kunzi is pretty surprised that he actually won that.
Yeah,
He was like, what?
everyone is surprised that he actually won that. And he had his own low sap to be safe from a Force of Nature Roar play. Well, a Roar play would have killed him. And so Kunzi is
Wow.
going to win the first game of the series.
Nice.
I'm still surprised, I have to admit, that this ended actually up. And I never saw him winning. I saw him totally going down because of the plays. Maybe maybe Spectral Knight and not going for the Charge Druid. In the end, it turned out perfect.
But maybe he just wanted to get that damage in at that point, so Hafu had to act defensively. You know what I mean? She had to play that low tap. She had to play with that. She had to heal with the Ancient of Loge. So she didn't really have the options Druid usually has, and was rather forced into doing specific moves.
So if she healed first without actually going for the card draw, which
she had still the option to heal the second time.
Heal the second time, being completely safe. So in the end, maybe healing there in the middle might have been smarter because she had already follow-up plays. But therefore, we get a win on Kunzi's side, and we're going to drop in now to see Hafu going into the second game with what we talked about. She's going to play Miracle Rogue against that version, and look at Kunzi starting. Oh, that's pain.
Well, the Spectral Knight is pretty good to see.
It's just a perfect thing to have against Miracle.
And this could turn out beautifully if with a Wild Growth draw, but...
innovate. Next turn, innovate, and you're entirely and superb happy. I mean, the only stupid thing is Hafu has the Urza Ring Farseer already, so she can just heal yourself up, have a 3/3 out, and Kunzi only has a Harvest Golem to throw against that.
Oh, the swipe is actually a pretty good draw.
What? I think he thought that was a Harvest Golem. It would make no sense at all. I mean, did he just troll us? He's not even making funny faces if he trolls us. Okay, she can kill completely the Harvest Golem. That's just great. I mean, backstab, SI, hero ability, perfect. And what is the answer, Kunzi asks? Like swipe?
I think you have to.
Like, if you want to play the
draws like a Yeti or something.
If you want to play the Spectral Knight next turn, you kind of need to get rid of it, or you die to Deadly Poison, whatever.
Yep. Oh, that Sylvanas is actually...
Even Sylvanas in there. It's getting even more interesting. I mean, it will get sapped, 100%, most likely.
Yeah.
The coolest part about the Spectral Knight is, for a turn 5 play, you play turn 5, him first, and he goes something with an Auctioneer, and is just not able to get rid of the Spectral Knight.
Unless, like, Deadly Poison, Blade Flurry.
Absolutely. So, yeah.
Actually, I don't think...
he can kill it. Blood May Salnis, Fan of Knives.
Wow.
That's super important now.
But it's still a lot of investment, like...
Absolutely, but look at his her hand. What else was possible there?
She had to do it, yeah.
Okay, the Sylvanas. I would
Wild
go
Growth a bit too late, I guess.
I would Harvest Golem in hero ability. I wouldn't go for my Sylvanas. I mean, she will just die. You want to play her when there's something on the board, maybe a Giant Van Cleave.
No, you don't want to play Sylvanas.
No, you don't. Actually, you want to White Grows, I have to say, because you could White Grows now, hero ability. Next turn, go for Force of Nature, hero ability, and then Force of Nature, Roar.
Yeah, but it's still not enough damage.
But it's quite a lot. And next turn, I mean, if you White Grows now...
What I would be thinking is Harvest Golem Wild Growth.
But you want to go... If there's a backstab again, backstab shift, for example, you're...
Yeah, but you have to take that. Okay.
I think it's better. Salnis is just such a great pain if you have it against you.
But to be honest, he doesn't even need to Wild Growth.
No, he doesn't need to.
Hafu, unless she draws an Auctioneer right
now... there's a backstab.
Yeah, that's the backstab.
Did I just say it? I mean, she can still kill it with backstab, shift, Phantom Life, whatever.
Yeah.
Can launch quite everything to draw some cards.
But Hafu doesn't have, like...
Nothing.
An Auctioneer, which is...
Yeah.
And if she has it, there will be Sylvanas. So... Kunzi should be actually in a pretty good spot.
Absolutely, and worst case scenario, just launch your Force of Nature, get wrecked. I would Deadly Poison shift too, I think, or even Fan of Knives now.
Yeah, probably
better, more mana efficient. If she gets an Auctioneer, great. Like Auctioneer, coin, prep, shift, backstab, whatever, conceal.
Oh, Rag is such a good draw.
So if he White Grows last turn, as you said, he could have already played a Ragnaros. And I'm a bit surprised with the Rag play. I would have gone for my Force of Nature, just deal 6 damage. Next turn play Rag.
Yeah, he has a lot of damage here.
He could have just gone for the damage play, try to win in the next 3 turns. And I think that would have been the correct play.
The bad thing for Kunzi here is that she won't take any damage from the Sylvanas.
Exactly, that's why
and
you like
she will still have the sap for Ragnaros, so...
And
Rek will hit her face, but she will still be at 15 HP. Which
correct.
And she would need to draw into an Innovate or something.
If you went for the Force of Nature earlier, she would be down to 23. She would be down to 17 now. With a Ragnaros play this turn, -8 again, and then just win with Force of Nature Roar on turn 9.
But I still don't think that Hafu is in like a good spot at all. That card needed to be an auctioneer for it too.
It's still great. You get an Azure Drake, Blade Flurry. Oh wow, you can almost kill it like that. But you have double sap, so you have quite some time.
Yeah, but an Innovate draws lethal.
Absolutely. Innovate draws lethal. Well, right now it's...
And he can... You know what he can just do?
Force of Nature Roar and Force of Nature.
He can Force of Nature, run 2 trees into the Azure Drake, and Hero Power Phase or something like that.
Yeah, or just Force of Nature Roar, run 3 in, do all the damage he can do, and then next turn just win with the second Force of Nature or Ragnaros. No, I don't see that. I don't see that play. Well, I know, I don't see that play.
Yeah, but what? Either Hafu kills him now, or...
Yeah, but worst case scenario... Exactly. Or worst case scenario, there would be something like Leroy, Shadow Step, coin, prep, whatever. Yeah, she needs the cards so badly. It's not even funny how hard. Edwin Van Cleave. Oh fuck. If he could play Lothap and Edwin, that could have turned out really bad. Imagine like prep, sab, whatever. It could have really hurt you.
And Kunzi's hand is like spells only.
Someone is smiling like crazy. Because it seems like there's no way he's going to lose this.
I don't know, I think he's rather smiling because...
He's crazy?
He made a misplay maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, what is...
Well,
why didn't she play Lothap?
If there is Force of Nature, there is Force of Nature. If not, then not. But there is Force of Nature for Kunzi, and he's going to win this thing 2-0 for MYM, and therefore we get a total 3-1 for MYM.
Well, I'd say that's Hafu's own fault. She could have played the Lothap and still had a decent chance at winning.
Nah, I don't want to say decent chance. I mean, you play Lothap,